great.
On satellite or on different things. And if they happen to be in Charlotte, so they'll do them here. So people stop by. But how is it that you happen to be in Charlotte?
Well, first of all, I'm in Charlotte because I'm a part of the Longevity group. You know, they have like all these great supplements. It's Dr. Joel Wallach who wrote Dead Doctors Don't Lie. In fact, he's going to be on my show today. But I'm here I'm kind of their brand ambassador, so I'm here for a speaking engagement. But I also do a daily radio show from Los Angeles, 3 hours a day, 5 days a week. I love it. And so whenever I travel, they try to find a local station so I can continue doing my show.
See, you've discovered. Oh, we do have Marilu up on the Periscope.
Oh, okay, it's up now. Okay, hi. Let me see the angle though. I hope it's.
Or John Moore has it up also.
Oh, okay. Oh. It's like a 2-camera sitcom or something.
It is. We've got cool. The 2 cameras going, and so you're 2-dimensional this morning.
Okay, well I like that. That's kind of cool.
And as I said, you look just like you.
I hope so. Maybe I should sit.
No, whatever you like, whatever's making.
Well, I don't know. Those up angles are not usually that good.
So you've discovered the great truth, as I say to people about the radio thing, how it beats working.
Oh, well, this is how I feel about it, because I do a lot of different things. You know, I write books, I do Broadway, I do movies, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so here's the thing. I keep saying that radio is the best of all the worlds I get to play in, because it has the immediacy of a live performance, it has the personal expression of writing a book, it has the storytelling of a movie, it has the global reach of a long-running sitcom, and it has the excitement of a Broadway opening every single day. Every single day, you have to fire on all cylinders, and whatever you read about, think about, nothing is wasted. You can talk about it on the radio show.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like how long it takes the average mammal to pee, for example, might be a thing. That you
or how often. People don't pee often enough. That's the problem. We should stay hydrated.
And your show, see, and forgive me.
That's okay.
But I didn't. I mean,
you didn't even know I had a show.
I didn't until
okay.
Until yesterday.
Did you know I wrote a lot of books?
Yes, books, okay. And yes, Broadway, and yes, Taxi and Man on the Moon and the Marilu TV show. All that. Yes, all of that. But I didn't know about the radio show.
Oh,
and so tell me more about that.
Well, I started doing it about 2 years ago with Sun Broadcasting Group and also GCN, and because I do a lot of speaking engagements all over the country, they said, "Oh, you should have a radio show," and I thought, "Oh, okay." You know, because I didn't realize what the heck. So I was doing it between 5 and 8 in the morning, and that was like, whoa.
Yeah,
and my staff said, "We're not doing this anymore." And I said, "Okay, let's move 9 to 12," and in LA, and just I fell in love with it. It just became this thing, and I still get to do all my other stuff because now you travel, and you can do your show anywhere. I take your Comrex with me, or I get to come to a local station.
Comrex is one of those things, lets you do the ISDN kind of a deal, or hook up, and you can do a show from anywhere very easily, very portable. So how do people get it? We were at Marilu. What was the website?
MariluShow.com.
Marilu, as I said,
MariluShow.com.
You can get it there and listen. And so
and I have terrestrial stations all over the country. Every week we get more and more and more. I'm so excited.
Really?
Yeah.
Would you like to be here?
Sure. I'd love to be here. I love Charlotte.
Well, what time would you be on during the day in Charlotte?
Well, you could put me on, not competing with you, of course, because you're the man.
Yeah. Absolutely.
But, maybe later in the day?
Oh, we got this sleepy guy at 7 o'clock at night.
Well, maybe you could have an energetic woman.
Yeah, I like that.
7 o'clock at night.
We could maybe work that out.
That'd
so
be great.
So you're doing the radio thing, and
I have great guests, unbelievable guests, but I talk about health and relationships, and but I have incredible guests. Just this week, I had Art Garfunkel. I had Kevin Nealon, Judith Light. I mean, and people come to my studio, and it's fantastic.
Where's your studio?
It's in Los Angeles.
Yeah. The show, I didn't know that you had a show. And I came up here, I was downstairs. My desk is right outside your door down there where you're doing that show.
Right.
So I come up here and I was like, I was down there getting coffee. This was at 11 or 11:30 yesterday. And it sounded like I was hearing Marilu Henner. This is the truth. The door was open. You were getting set in there messing around. And I come up here, and I send Charles down. We'll see if Marilu Henner's down there. Because I didn't know. None of us knew. And he comes back and he's like, yeah, she said, oh, what do you know about that? So I mentioned that you were doing a radio show. Well, a guy called right away, and he said, oh, yeah, I've heard the show, and here's what he said. His exact words, he said, Keith, Her show is exactly like yours.
Oh.
It's 3 hours of incredibly entertaining nothing.
Well, that's quite a distinction. How exciting that we can pull that off.
That's what the guy said.
How fabulous.
3 hours.
I'm in great company. I'm
3
excited.
hours of incredibly entertaining nothing.
I know. And my co-host, one of my co-hosts, is my brother Lauren, who we just give each other, we torture each other as only siblings can. And he's a new father of two little, like a 2.5-year-old and a 10-month-old, and so we just go back and forth, and
So while you're in Charlotte, is he?
Yeah, he's back in LA.
He's back in
Yeah, in the studio in LA.
And so you're in Charlotte for your engagements
at a Longevity convention.
That's this
speaking.
Weekend.
That's yesterday and today.
Yesterday and today.
Yeah, I go back tomorrow. Yeah, so it's really great. But I love that you can really. I like it because you can really get to know somebody. See, what happened was, as I'd go on book tours, I'd go on the radio, and I loved talking to the guys. First of all, the guys in radio are always the sexiest, the funniest, the most intelligent, and they really know how to listen. They have to.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back on Monday morning.
True. And so whenever I do a book tour, I'd say, well, are we going to do a lot of radio? Are we going to do some radio? And they'd be like, yeah, we're going to do radio. Don't worry about it. And what I'd love is that you could really let the interview breathe. It wasn't like, 4 minutes on the show, and, you're in and out, and here's the agenda, and the host has the 4 questions that they get to ask. You can.
There's no pre-interview from a segment producer.
No.
Nothing like that.
No.
I don't believe in that.
Exactly. So it's a real conversation. I did Kevin on my show, and he said the best advice. I said, give me advice, because I just started, and he said, the best advice I can give you, have a conversation. Have a conversation with the person.
Well, and I would say, what I say to people, and they find it amazing, but listen.
Listen.
Just listen. If you listen, and then people will say things, and then you can ask them about the things they've said. Yes. Which will often surprise them because they're not necessarily used to somebody actually listening to them.
Yeah, they go to the land where elephants
die. That's
die.
And you just go, and so then you start to go down a path of all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, you have a few more minutes before you have to get ready for your show. I have to ask you about, I think I knew this, but people also yesterday, when I said you were here, they said, you have to ask Marilu about her insane memory.
Right, yes.
And I guess you have some fabulous, incredible memory, so hang on, I have to ask you, do you remember the first time we met?
A few minutes ago? We've met before? Uh-oh. Wait a minute. No, we met a few minutes ago.
I thought I was going to get to
No. Yeah, sorry.
Yank your chain.
Yeah.
All right, Marilu Henner is here. Hang on.
Aggravating the critics. You went too far. Provoking the naysayers.
All right.